This is the second activity in the conic sections unit, and this video is video 3. We're going to put the two layers we made together so that they're ready for our portfolio. Before we do that, we need to highlight some of our features. So starting with layer 1, darken in all of the points that you made and all of their labels. So O, P, X, and F, and the labels O, P, X, and F. I'm going to wait just a few seconds for those to dry a little bit, and then I'm also going to darken in the line segments OX and PF. OX and PF. It's worth taking your time on these steps because once you've drawn anything in with permanent marker, it's permanent. And if you make a big enough mistake, you're going to want to start this whole layer over. And that's not tragic, but it will take a little bit of time. So it's really quite worth taking your time to make any permanent marks especially. All right, we can set that layer aside for now. And with the other layer, I'm going to darken in just the oval shape that I made. I'm not going to darken either of the points. I'm not going to darken the circle around. I'm just going to darken in the shape that I created by doing all this folding. Again, take your time. I'd hate to have to do this whole layer all over. That said, if you did have to start over, you'd probably find that the second version you made was better, because now you know what to expect, you know where the pitfalls are, and you know how to work around them, at least a little bit better than you did before. Now again, this isn't perfect, but it's close enough. I did a pretty good job of outlining the shape fairly accurately. Put that aside and go back to layer 1 and set layer 1 down on a piece of colored paper in front of you. Let me get a clean sheet of colored paper here. I'm going to tape layer 1 down in the middle of the page here, both at the top and the bottom. I'm about in the center of the page, so I can tape that down, top and bottom. Smooth it out a little bit first, make sure it's nice and flat. Okay, there's layer 1. And then take layer 2, set that down on the top of layer 1. Make sure things line up. It's a little trickier to see where things line up now, but O and P should line up. Sorry, O and F should line up. And if those line up, then the circle around should line up fairly well as well. This layer I'm only going to tape across the top edge, not the bottom edge. And that's because I want to be able to lift this page so I can see the features underneath. All right. Having done that, I'm going to label the top here of the color paper that I used the ellipse. And underneath that with my name.